Hello there. My workshop is currently a total mess. I moved into this space about 1.5 years ago and I just put everything very quickly so that I could start using it. And now it's time to do something about it. But first I will show a couple of the problem areas and then we'll see how I'm going to fix it. One of the things I hate the most is this here where I have all my squares. When I moved in, again, I just did it very quickly. I just added screws everywhere and put stuff there. And it was like 1.5 years ago when everything was in their place. But I have absolutely no idea where everything was when I put it here. And it's been a complete mess ever since.
Then to organize my drawers, I tried this foam thingy, which simply doesn't work for me. And to be honest, pretty much every single drawer I have is and was a complete mess, so here's few examples. I think the worst one is the one you see right now, which has pens and tapes and marking knives and all kinds of stuff I really don't even know about. And it's not like it was unusable, just that every single place has room for improvement, or had room for improvement, which I think I managed to fix quite well in the end.
So that's why I bought a 3D printer, Bambu Labs P2S, my first 3D printer ever. I really started this with zero knowledge. Next I will show what I have printed so far, and I've been printing for I don't even know, like 3-4 weeks, almost every day something. And then let's get back to the workshop after that to see if I can make something out of it. So there's a lot of stuff here. There's setup blocks, there's setup gauges, there's lots of Gridfinity stuff, there's drill holders, there's plier holders, there's tool holders, I have sandpaper holders. I have a few pieces that I have modeled myself, specifically for the tools I have there, also on Gridfinity. But as mentioned, let's get back to the workshop, get this installed, and see if I can make it at least a bit more usable again.
Now, if you are wondering about the filament colors, don't, because when I ordered the machine I just randomly clicked something and started printing, so I really didn't think about it, and then I just used what I had. So everything I show on this video I have a link for. Everything is free from Maker World, with few exceptions to some other sites, but still every single print is free. But the first thing I wanted to solve and fix was the board that holds all my squares, and here you see how it looks like once it is completed and tested and in place. As a complete beginner, I am using PLA as the filament, and I know it's not the perfect one for these kind of holders. Will I eventually switch into something more strong? Probably, but again, this is a good starting point and it is very easy to work with for my skill level. One thing I learned very quickly is that one of the first things to print is this kind of filament poop holder, which you can get from Maker World, because without it the Bambu Labs printer will just shoot all the waste to the table surface, which obviously will not be good in the long run. And here you can see the amount of waste I have made within the past maybe 1 month or 2 months of pretty active printing, so it is a very, very useful print to do. Now, I don't know if this will be my permanent setup, But the good thing with 3D printer is that it is very easy to print new stuff, try new things, but the way I decided to start is go with Gridfinity. So Gridfinity, if you don't know, it's this base layer which has like a gazillion things available that you can then just drop on top of it and they will stay put when in use. So to many of my drawers you will see me using Gridfinity, and the first one I'm tackling here is the one where I'm replacing the foam thing with Gridfinity base, and some models that were available in Maker World and some which I modeled myself, remembering that this is the first time I ever do any modeling, so it is very easy to learn this level of modeling. I cannot do anything complex, but simple things and squares anyone can learn within 10 minutes. For modeling I used Fusion 360 and the plugin called Gridfinity Generator, which really makes it easy to create a custom grid or bin or whatever you need and then model your own tools on top of it. I'm almost ashamed to show the plier rack which I've been using for a few years, because basically it's just a piece of plywood to which I drilled a few holes and put them in. I mean, it still works, but it's like very, very ugly. And as you see here, I replaced it with a ready-made model again from Maker World. So free, easy and much, much better in terms of usability. As you saw in the beginning, one of the drawers I had like gazillion different styles of tape all around, but it's been super hard for me to even know and see what I have, so I wanted to get the tapes on the wall. And again I went to Maker World, found a ready-made model, printed like 9 of them and got every single tape roll that I have on the wall, which just makes me very, very happy. I will mention this later on as well, but someone might be thinking that all of this could be built with plywood and scrapped, and yes, that is true. But in my case, I am not doing this full time, and due to how my life has been organized, I'm in my workshop only every other week, and even then only at random evenings and weekends. So the time in my shop for myself is very, very limited. And 3D printing allows me to create these holders on the hours when I'm not in the workshop, so the limited time I have for actually building stuff I can use more efficiently, so it's really just a time saver for me. To the corner where I have my power tools, I printed a lot of battery holders, tool holders, sander holders, all kinds of different things for the specific tools that I have, so I won't go through all the things individually. But you see kind of the things that I did here, so very happy with the results here as well.
So part of the learning process is I need to reprint some of the stuff, like this domino holder. It holds fine, but it feels a bit flimsy and I don't really trust that it will hold there forever. So went to Maker World, found a different domino holder. This is much bigger, much beefier, built differently. So that one goes out, this one goes in.
To organize my pens and marking knives, again I went with Gridfinity, printed some bins that were readily available. But then I also reused some of my existing bins. I just taped them to Gridfinity bases so I could then put them here and keep them modular, move them around if I need to. So reusing what I have as well, no need to print everything again. While at it, I decided to move all my router bits to my wall as well. Just a thing, I want to see what I have, so very quickly I built this holder, attached it to the wall, and for this one I used this foam thingy which I ordered online, very cheap, so this is not 3D printed, but the other parts that you see will be 3D printed again. So going with 3D printing obviously doesn't mean that you need to 3D print everything, but I just decided to include this here as well because it is part of my workshop organization. So having my router bits on the wall visible so that I know what I have is kind of the thing that I figured is better for me. I don't want to keep things hidden in a box. One of the things that have been annoying me for a few years honestly is my tracksaw tracks. They have always been just lying around in the shop and I never got myself into building like holders for them. So while at it, I decided to search Maker World. I found pretty good options for holders for the tracks. And then I figured out like a good position, just an empty space on my wall where I decided to add them, except the longest one, which will be going to different place as you can see. Then for something different, not really a tool holder, but an accessory for my sander to sand the edges, I wanted to try if this thing works.
One more print, haven't tried it out. Hopefully it works, but basically it is the edge sander for the Festool random orbital sander. So in theory, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but I should be able to attach it here, which will then allow me to sand these edges without rounding them over. So I'll give it a shot. Let's see if it works. Hopefully yes, because I need to sand these things. So I will start using it right away if it works.
So is this a perfect solution for sanding the edges without rounding them on the specific Festool sander? Not really, but it's still better than nothing. So maybe the design could be improved the way these two pieces connect to each other. It doesn't make the connection like completely secure. But I still think I will be using this occasionally when I'm sanding edges and without rounding them over. So it's fine, but not perfect. And it's not perfect, but I think it's still something I will use occasionally, so it was fine. And then I printed some additional storage for my sander papers and some accessories used with my random orbital sander. So while I had a cabinet for holding most of the grids, for some of the special ones they were just lying on top of a cabinet and I wanted to get them organized in a better way, so I just again went to Maker World, found a model that was fine for me and then attached them to the wall. So here it is, kind of my first run, my first experience with 3D printing, getting my workshop organized. So am I done? Absolutely not. Is it perfect? Of course not. But for me, who is really struggling with time in my workshop, this really is a lifesaver, because I'm only in my workshop every other week and with even then very limited amount of time. So being able to print this stuff while I'm at home, not in the workshop, just gives me more time to work on building something instead of trying to figure out how to organize the workshop. So very happy with 3D printing and I will surely keep using it. And I also printed already some jigs for the actual project that I'm doing now, which will be most likely the next video on my channel. With that, thanks for watching, and would I recommend this 3D printer? Yes, I would.